Well, hello everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to Tennessee Soul Tuesday morning chat with Big Lo. Appreciate you guys. If you are watching, if you are not, you don't even know that I do appreciate you because you ain't watching. But if you're watching the replay, this is Tuesday morning. The time is 11:13 Eastern time. So if you're on the East Coast, it is 12:13. That means if you're over in Virginia, if you're over in New York, Maine, Connecticut, some Florida, some parts of Georgia, even East Tennessee. That means you're on the Eastern time. It's 12:13. If you're in California, you 2 hours backwards here. So that means you on Pacific time. That means you 9:15. This morning, still early morning. Afternoon on the East Coast, still morning on the Pacific. And right here, it's still morning time. And if you're on Mountain time, it's 10:13. So just depending on where you at. If it's morning or evening, but either way, today is Tuesday, no matter what time zone you in. So how you guys doing? Y'all come on in. Make sure you SHARE the video, share the video. Please hit them love bubbles down there. Show Tennessee Soul some love, and we appreciate it. And to our moderators, Dawn Geiger, Tracy Hopewell Graves, and Tracy Atkins, we thank you guys. If you're not watching, Tracy Atkins, she usually on in the morning, so we appreciate it. And so Christy is up, Mariah is up, Tobias is over here, Alyssa is over here. And so it's Tuesday morning. It's a cloudy day. It rained hard yesterday. Actually feels good out there. It's not as humid. It's going to be about 90 degrees, but it's not as humid so hot as everybody doing. So today is Tuesday, man. It's Taco Tuesday. Christy probably be cooking tonight. I think she said she's going to do some taco potatoes, baked potatoes, taco baked potatoes. That's what she's going to do. And Big Lo is going to do him some breakfast. No one has eaten breakfast this morning, the first meal of the day. I actually went to the doctor this morning to do some labs. I had to get some, just do some labs. That's all I did. So I'm back and I'm finna drink me some coffee. So let's do a shout out. Robert E. Lee said, "What is going on?" Let me grab my glasses real quick, man. I'm blind as a bat. Well, maybe I can get away with it for a minute. Norman Sloan, good, beautiful morning. Cynthia Gibson, how are you doing? Gina Johnson, Verta Parker, Tamisha Pumpkin Turner Wilson. What's going on, Tamisha? That's our t-shirt lady. She says, good morning. Jacqueline Rivers says, good morning. Ava Clark said, hey, Tennessee. Lynn Cherry, good morning. Norma Sloan, how you doing? Annette Stevenson. Jamie Scott. Rachel Jackson, good morning. Good afternoon. She must be on the East Coast. Mary Stevenson, how you doing? Glenda Gitston said, good morning. Big Lo. Evan Willis. We always give a shout out. We can't say hello to everybody. So, Tennessee Soul Food, LLC. We'll be over there in a minute. Just give me a minute. We will share you out. So Big Lo finna do this for coffee, man. I got to stand. Christy is her and Mariah is outside. It's pool day for them, man. Even though it's a cloudy day, it's still a little warm. So she got up excited about getting in the pool. Christy and the kids got the pool ready last night. Big Lo about to get in some coffee going on. Because you know how I do it, baby. Ain't nothing like Folgers in your cup. And ain't nothing like drinking out of Big Lo cup. That's what I drink out of every morning. Y'all know I do Big Lo cup. I gotta have a big cup of coffee, man. Don't judge me. I know a lot of y'all been on me saying you don't need to be drinking caffeine. You got high blood pressure. My blood pressure is under control. I am Gucci, trust me. And so every morning, I got to have me a Big Lo cup of coffee. That is my signature cup. That's what I drink out of every morning. Lord have mercy, ain't nothing like a good cup of coffee. And so, morning chat, man. Maybe I'll bring some people on this morning. In the last few mornings, I haven't brought anyone on. So if anybody want to come on this morning, if you got anything you want to talk about, you want to ask some questions, Christy, she's outside. She'll be in a minute. She ain't feeling too good this morning, y'all. She had a rough night last night. Christy had a rough night last night, y'all. She's still dealing with palpitations and they gotten a whole lot better. Sometimes she'll have a real good day where she won't have none. One day she'll have a couple of them. And then there's some days she'll have them frequently all day. Last night she started having them, and she woke up several times last night. She's had 2 or 3 this morning. So she says she's gonna be okay. So she's outside with Mariah. She's having a rough day, so y'all take it easy on her today. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can cook for her tonight, if I can talk her into it. But yeah. But she's coming in. She ain't got herself together yet. But she's having a rough morning, y'all. But she might come together for long. Somebody said coffee is good. Brenda Melton said coffee is good, man. Coffee is delicious. And guess what I'm gonna cook for breakfast? This morning I'm gonna cook me something. I don't know if Christy want me to cook her something. Usually she say, I don't want you to cook me that. She like to cook her own breakfast. You want me to cook you some breakfast, baby? Huh? She said she good. That means she want me to cook her some breakfast. That's how Christy answers the question. When Christy say, I'm good, that means she want me to do something. So Mariah already ate breakfast. She woke me up this morning. Daddy.
Like 7 o'clock.
So yeah, 7 o'clock. She come wake me, like a little child. Daddy, I'm hungry. Why don't you ask Mama? Why you coming to me?
Because I want to let Mama sleep, but you get up every morning.
You gonna let Mama sleep?
Yeah, I'll let Mama sleep for a little bit.
So that's what she said. She said, well, I didn't come. I don't wake
up early.
She said, I don't wake Mama up because I like Mama to sleep. She said, I wake you up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Not really.
So I already fixed Mariah breakfast, man. She ate pancake sausage. This morning, y'all, I'm going to fix some brim. Because, I got a taste for some fish. I got me some, be careful. I got me some brim in the refrigerator that I caught last week. And I keep a bag in there, always fresh. So I'm going to get some brim. And I got the taste for some green tomatoes. I don't know why Christy got me wanting green tomatoes. Because I got some tomatoes out here in the garden. They done got big. They green. So I'm going to pick me one big one. I hate to do it. Them is my babies. You know what I'm saying? I hate to have to pick a green tomato. But I got a taste for some green tomatoes. So I'm going to go pick me a green tomato. And I'm going to take y'all with me. I'm going to pick me a big one. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to slice it up. I think, what do you put it in, Christy? Meal? And since I'm cooking fish, I'm already going to have meal out because I'm going to fry the fish in meal. So I'm going to go ahead and grab me a green tomato. Matter of fact, we'll do that right now. Let me take another sip of coffee. And we'll go out in the garden. I'm going to pick me one fresh green tomato. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to put it in some meal. I'm going to take me some fish. I'm going to eat me some fish, fried green tomato, and cucumber this morning. That's what I'm having for breakfast. So I'm going to get my protein and my veggies in. That's going to be my first meal of the day. And I probably won't eat no more until later when Christy cook or if I cook. So since it's Taco Tuesday, I'm not going to eat a lot of calories this morning. I'm going to eat fish, tomato, cucumber. And then tonight, I'm getting down on some taco potato, baby. Somebody said cook it in flour. I think it is flour, ain't it, baby? Christy said meal. I'm confused. Huh? No, you don't cook it in flour, baby. You fry green. Well, I mean, you do what you want to. But typically, we fry green tomatoes in meal, cornmeal. But sometimes you can mix it up. Mariah said that sounds delicious. If I can get away from the coffee, I'm going to go pick a green tomato. Give me a minute. So y'all know I'm doing fresh right now. This come out the garden. So I got some in the refrigerator. I just peel these off, put them in some ranch. Put some salt and pepper on them. That's good. And I got me some fish. Give me a second. I'm gonna look at here and grab this fish. I keep fish in the refrigerator, man. I just got to have fish. You go put you some clothes on, Mariah, okay, please? Go put you some clothes on, okay?
When I put my clothes on.
Well, look, you're on camera and you got people watching you, so you need to go put on you some clothes, okay? That's what I'm gonna tell you to do. Well, if you walk this way, you're gonna be on camera.
I just want to.
So this is my brim, y'all. This is what I got. I keep a bag of brim in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna set that out because we're gonna fry some brim. So what's going on? Talk to me.
The say was, can I show everybody how the piano?
Yes, but you got to go put you some clothes on.
Okay.
So Mariah says so let's go out in the garden. Let's go pick a green tomato, y'all. How about that? We're gonna do that. Y'all know when I go live, I ain't got nothing in particular to do. I allow to be on for an hour. I allow to be on for 3 hours. But right now, we finna go out in the garden, and we're gonna pick us a green tomato. Geneva, Dennis said, good evening, family. Your meal sounds delicious. Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, man. It's a pretty day outside. It's cloudy. It ain't that hot. It rained yesterday. It rained good on the tomatoes, so I've been watching them, man. I got a lot of tomatoes that's growing. Some bigger than the other ones, but I do got some pretty big ones down here that I wanna pick me one of them. Y'all see these big old tomatoes, man? I wanna pick one. I might pick one off of this tree. I see a nice one down here. I can grab that one. Let's see here. Let me grab that one. That's a good one. See how big it is? That's a nice green tomato. So I grabbed that tomato. I'm disappointed in my queue. This is the one I grew in the bucket right there. So yeah, I think that'll do right there. That's all. Then if Christy want another one, I'll come out here and get her another one. But that's a nice green tomato. That'll do Big Lo pretty good. So let's go in the house and fry it up. Taco Tuesday, baby. That's what we do. Here's Christy right here.
Hi, I have my clothes on.
Good, you got you some clothes on. That's good.
Now I can play piano for everyone.
So you want to play piano? So let me get set up, then you can play your piano. What you gonna play?
I'm gonna play the 2 songs that I just learned.
The one that Daddy play all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's up, Christy? How you doing?
Good. How you doing? Good morning, everybody.
So Christy is up.
I
told everybody you wasn't feeling too good this morning.
I'm not feeling the best. I think I've overdone it the last few days.
I did it. Ooh. Now I said if you want some more, we'll pick another one. Now if we're gonna pick more than 2, I'm gonna go buy some. We ain't picking all of them out of my garden. We go to the farmer's market and get some green tomatoes because I want them to turn red. Cause I like red tomatoes. I ain't tasted a real homegrown tomato since last year. Not
I know
red.
you're ready for it.
I'm ready for them to turn red.
I know. Yeah, man.
That hurt me. That hurt me to pick that.
Well, you the one wanted it, so you can't blame it on me this time.
Yeah, I do want it. You
can't blame it on me this time. You're the one who wanted it.
I want it. So y'all, I did it. I can't believe it.
I can't believe you did either.
I always tell Chrissy, you ain't picking none of my green tomatoes. But for some reason, I want a green tomato. Pam said, praying that you feel better.
Thank you.
Mariah Jane said, I love fried green tomatoes,
Yes,
fish, and cucumber. That's what I'm having for breakfast, y'all. And Christy up, I don't know what she gonna eat for breakfast. She had whatever she wants.
I picked up corn.
Say what David said, go pick another one now, baby. That hurt my heart to pick that one.
Don't make me laugh, sir.
That's like whooping my children. You know, sometimes you whoop your children, you don't want to whoop them. I feel like I just whooped one of my kids when I picked that tomato out of that thing, man. Like, I love you, baby, but I gotta punish you. I hate to have to pick that damn tomato.
That's funny.
That's why I told Christy, I grew Christy 6 tomato plants. I got her a whole trestle over there. Truffle.
They ain't come out yet, though.
Yes, they are too. They green. You got about.
Are they big though?
They still growing, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you gotta let them get size. Cause the ones that I just picked, so you gotta think I planted them first. So they about 2 weeks ahead of time. The ones that you want, you give them 2 more weeks. You'll have about 30 or 40 big green tomatoes out there. I don't care if hers turn red or not. I planted them for her to have green tomatoes. Holly Bush said my aunt canned green tomatoes last year for me, and they were great. Still have some. They good. I don't know if Christy gonna do some canning or not. We didn't do much canning last year, did we?
Oh yeah, I'm making sauce.
Put your mic on, please. They can't hear you when you talk. She said she making salsa this year, y'all. She said she gonna make salsa. Oh, okay. So Mariah, she's ready. Let's show Mariah sometime, y'all. She said she done learned a new song. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to play your new song.
Yeah.
Y'all know she's been taking piano lessons, y'all. So Mariah, she wants y'all to hear her play her song. So I'm gonna let her play her song. So here you go. What you gonna play, baby?
I'm gonna play the song that you taught.
So what now?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna play the song that you.
Oh, the song that I taught you. Okay. All right, go ahead. You can turn it up a little bit.
All right.
You done good. I'm gonna play something else, and I'm gonna go let Mama. You got another song you want to play?
Yeah.
She's doing good today. She's supposed to take piano. She got lessons today, so she's warming up for her lessons.
3, 2, 1.
Good job. You got one more you want to play? You know another song?
Well, remember when I played the national anthem?
Yeah. Well, you can play with it.
I can play with the chorus now, of course.
Oh, you can play the national anthem with the chords?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear that. She said she can play the national anthem with the chords now. Let's hear it. Let's go.
and it's better, and I've practiced, so now I'm better.
Good.
Okay.
Good job. You done good. Good job. Take your bow. Great job. And that's all self-taught, baby.
And I'm going to go into my guitar.
That's all self-taught. That is her on the piano, playing by ear. Nobody taught her how to do that. I don't know how she do it. I ain't trying to. That's her and God. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But that was good. That's all Mariah. That ain't got nothing to do with it. No teacher teach her that. I didn't teach her that. It wasn't a YouTube video. That was her sit down saying, "Ooh, I want to play the Star Spangled Banner," and she just started playing the Star Spangled Banner. That's her and God. I ain't got to do with it. I ain't got to do with that. Christy ain't got to do with it either. But she done good, y'all.
I just gave her the jeans apparently. So there we
just
go.
we just gave her the jeans for it. That's all we did, baby.
That's it.
So that was good. So let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna say that we're gonna do some fish, baby. I'll do that. Pamela Summer said, "Hello." I got to get my glasses, baby. Give me a minute. I got to get my glasses. Yeah, y'all got to give me a minute.
Hold on, I get your glasses for you.
I'm gonna put this in the stand. I'm gonna grab my glasses. Christy's short. I'm up high. Eva said, "Great job, Mariah. She's naturally talented, man." So we just put her in piano lessons. We let the teacher who know how to teach her do it because she started picking up piano by herself. So the only thing we doing is just putting her in lessons so she can learn she's learning how to
the fundamentals.
She's learning the fundamentals of music. But all of that you hear, that's her playing on her own accord. That's not nobody teaching her that.
Yeah, her teacher is teaching her how to place her hands.
Yeah, her teacher is just teaching her how to
use the black keys
right.
the correct way. her teacher's teaching her, you know, different things when it comes to that kind of stuff like that. So
let's get over here to this meal, y'all. I'm gonna get over here and I'm gonna do me some. Thank you, Michelle Martin. We finna fry some brim up, baby. Big Lo finna cut up this tomato. So this is the brim I got, y'all. That's what Big Lo is having for breakfast. So I'm gonna take me let me put this mic on mine because I'm walking around with this mic. I'm gonna do something about these mics.
would you like me to cook for you, sir?
No, baby, I got it. Trust me. Christy said, would you like me to cook for you, baby? I got it. You sit down. I'm gonna cook. Let me cook for you. She always talking about she act like I can't do nothing. Let me cook for you, baby.
You couldn't do nothing.
I'm trying to cook for Christy. She trying to sit down. Look, sit down. Sit down. Have a seat. I think I can cook for you. Look, y'all tell Christy to sit her butt down. Sit down.
I'm fine. I'm a little tired, but I'm okay.
Okay, so that means sit down. I'll cook. Whatever you want me to cook, I'll cook for you. Just sit down. Monica Mercy, by the time Mariah get a teenager, we will have a piano down pack. I know it.
She will.
Hey, I'm finna take her to New York, baby. I ain't gonna be one of them parents just sit around and watch her play piano. I'm finna take her, but look.
No, you ain't.
We finna go to New York City. And I'm finna put her on. Y'all gonna see her. She gonna be on Broadway for long, baby.
Nope. I'm
not gonna let that talent die. That ain't one of them things I'm gonna be like, girl, you need to get in there, put that piano down. Nah, baby. We playing the piano. She gonna make me rich. That's the goal. You gonna make yourself rich.
Make your own money.
Make my own. Oh Lord, y'all hear that?
That's your child.
Mariah said
That's your child.
she ain't trying to make me no money. She said, you make your own money. She said that's her money she gonna be making. And she meant it.
That's your child. You know that,
She's
right?
serious as a heart attack.
You realize that's your child, right?
She said, you ain't making no money out of me. So you ain't gonna let me beat Joe Jackson?
What?
I can't beat Joe Jackson. Y'all remember Joe Jackson? Pretty brim, y'all. I think I'll cook about maybe 3 or 4 of them. I ain't gonna be able to eat all of them. Pretty nice size little brim. Just see, I got, oh Lord, I got them cleaned up and everything, so they're gonna be pretty good. Patricia John said, tell her the next time I missed that one. Fish. I think I do about 4 of them. How about it? I got a big bag of them right here. I try to pick through them. That's a pretty good one. I think I do 4 of them. Then we'll put the rest back in the refrigerator. So that's what I do when I go fishing for brim, man. Brim are so easy to catch. They're so fun. And so I catch a bag of them. I got 3 or 4 of these in the refrigerator. So this will go back in the refrigerator.
Ooh, packages.
And then I got my meal right here, and I'm gonna
He done that quick.
fry me up some fish.
Oh, quick.
So what you say, Christy?
I said packages.
Packages. You got packages? Lord have mercy. Here, UPS man back, y'all. Lord have mercy. Always got packages. I told y'all every damn day. What you got coming in now? Lord have mercy. We just had packages yesterday.
You want to see my score?
What you got in the mail?
Okay. This is the peach.
Peach.
The peach syrup. And then this is the pool cover, I think.
I knew it was something. The UPS man done pulled up.
Yeah.
You said you got some peach.
Yeah.
David Cook said we always threw brim back when we were fish.
Oh,
Well,
no.
baby, I don't throw no.
Oh, no, don't throw the fish back.
I catch and release. I'm finna show you how I release them. Everybody say, do you catch and release? Yes, I catch and release. I catch and release. I caught them and now I'm finna release them. I'm finna release them in some grease. And then by the hour now, I'm gonna release them in the sewer system. I put them right back where they come from. They go straight back to the water, baby. So what's that right there?
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. It's that peach syrup I bought.
Oh, that's the peach syrup. Oh. Where you get that from?
Walmart.
This is the peach syrup that Christy ordered. She said she gonna make some. It's supposed to be sugar free.
It is. There we go. Gotta buy me a pump. See, sugar free.
That is
Tarani.
peach. You got that from Walmart?
I'm gonna open it and smell it.
So we're trying to come up with a version of our peach tea or our peach lemonade, rather.
Both peach tea and lemonade. I like peach tea.
Glenda London said, "That's right, Big Lo. I know that's right. I don't do no fish. Look, black folks don't throw fish back. Y'all know that. That's white boy stuff. We don't throw no fish back.
That's funny.
You see a black boy throw a fish back, you show it to him. I'm gonna take his license from him. I fish to eat, baby. I have fun doing it, but damn it, I don't throw them back."
Open.
Vicky McMurray said, "Does your heart flutter? You talking to Christy
Yes,
or you
ma'am.
talking? She talking to you, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ooh, that smells good.
Does it smell good? Let me smell. Ooh, now that smells
Oh,
like
my goodness.
peach. That
Yeah, I
does. You
love
know what?
peach.
That smells like Sonic peach.
That's what somebody told. I told you that's what the review said.
That's
That
when
it
I
was
smelled
very close to Sonic's peach.
That's the first thing that hit my brain when I
Yes.
smelled it is Sonic peach tea.
Yes.
Man, y'all need to go pick. We're gonna have to try it in some
Oh my goodness, it smells so good.
that smells just like peach
I gotta
tea.
get me a pump.
Smell it again. I can smell it from here. That's got a strong aroma to it. Now who told you to buy that?
Nobody. I just looked it up.
I said, you said you had read something about it though.
No, I was talking about I read the reviews on it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I just looked this up because I just wondered if there was a such thing as peach.
That's gonna be
syrup.
good. That's gonna be good.
Oh my God, I'm ready.
That's gonna be good in some lemonade,
some lemonade. Yes.
tea and lemonade. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I'm about to make
All
some.
right, so that's good.
All right.
That's your UPS thing.
Yes. I'm going to buy me a pump to put in there.
All right, y'all. I got the grease hot. Let's get on to this, man. Let's get on to fry these. I'm finna fry these brim up, and then we're gonna cut up some tomato. I got my meal already made up. I didn't know I had a fish in this bag. I must have forgot one yesterday. I got a whole fish in my bag. I forgot to fry it yesterday. Look at that. Damn it, boy.
That's hilarious.
I did. I thought it was just flour. I done missed one.
That is too funny, babe.
Like, damn it, boy.
You done missed the whole fish.
I done missed the whole fish, man. Lord, how I miss a whole fish.
I'm glad I didn't throw that away.
Well, it ain't nothing but one fish.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
And brim for breakfast is good, man. Let me tell you something. We put them in there and I'm gonna drop all of them in there together. I love me some brim, baby. So I guess I'll be frying 5 of them. Cause I ate some for breakfast yesterday morning, y'all. Hell, I left one in the bag. I'm like, Lord, I done missed a fish.
That's funny.
Ain't nothing like some good brim for breakfast, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Them things right there better than catfish. That ain't no lie.
They be smelling good.
That is better than catfish right there, baby. I'm gonna tell you right quick. Cause a lot of y'all hear me talk about eating brim all the time. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I love me some catfish, Lord know I do. But let me tell you something about some brim, baby. You can't beat no good fried brim with crisp on it, man. You can't beat that. And a fried fresh green tomato, Lord, what you talking about? Call your mama, tell her to come get you, baby. Fried green tomato. We're gonna cut the top off of it. Cut the back off of it. Y'all just see me pick this out of my garden, baby. That's gonna be good. I might have to go get a nigga. Fried green tomato and fresh fish. If I can keep cutting my damn hand. Yeah. Baby. That's gonna be some good eating right there, baby. Lord, somebody come get your mama. Tell her to come pick you up. And I'm gonna put these in the same grease, in the same batter that I put that fish in. What y'all think about that right there? Charlie said, yes, yummy, yummy. I done forgot about my coffee. Lord have mercy. I'm getting old, y'all. Let's see what somebody said. Fried green tomato. It is fried green tomato season, baby. Christy, why don't you share me out?
Yeah, gotcha.
Man, breakfast of champions. Y'all hear me? You want to share me out real quick, baby?
Yeah, I forgot.
Maybe that sound good to me. I know it. Let me come off this podium right here. Let's see what's going on over here with this fish. Look at that. Lord. Fried brim. And it don't take these long to cook at all. Somebody say just voted. Tracy Atkins said, can I see you get some brim? Tracy Atkins, I'm gonna have to look. Christy, please put down that we gotta send Tracy Atkins some brim. I might just have to take them to her. I'm gonna tell you something about that. Tracy Atkins, I do want to give you some brim. I'm just scared to ship it. I don't know how to ship food. But I will figure it out today or tomorrow how to get you some brim, baby. Cause I would have been there and gave you some brim. I just don't know how to. I'm gonna have to figure out how to give me some dry ice and ship it to you. And then I gotta ship it overnight to you. You know what I mean? That's kind of how that works. I'm one-handed. Y'all give me a minute. I gotta get my paper towels for my brim. And then I gotta go to the farmer's market because I gotta get me a yellow watermelon, y'all. That's what I gotta get. So maybe say I just voted. I think Christy might put the link up. Tracy Atkins, are you on? Yeah, Tracy Atkins on. Could you post the link to favorite chef? Because Christy, you know, she's still tomorrow, no, Thursday is the last day to vote for this round. Look at that right there, y'all. Lord bless it. Fried brim. You can't beat it. And I got enough brim in there, man. I can feed all y'all with it, but Chrissy don't eat it. So when I cook it, I just cook 4 or 5 pieces for me and I put the rest up. But I can fry a whole batch of these things, man. Look at that, y'all. Y'all see that tail curl up right there? She was like, I had yellow watermelon this morning. Yeah, yellow watermelon. That is good eating. Real good eating. We're going to drop these green tomatoes in a minute. Because I got them sliced up right here. And I'm going to add some fresh cucumber to that. Shallow said that fish looks together. Annette Whitlow said, dry ice, Big Lo, send me some. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to put it in, dry ice. Look at that, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all share the video. This is Big Lo, chatting with Big Lo this morning. Even though we ain't talking about a darn thing. When I sit down and eat, I'm going to bring some of y'all in. But I got to get still first. Brother Wayne said, don't have brim out here in Phoenix. Yeah, you got brim in Phoenix, baby. Trust me. Let me tell you something. There is brim. If you got a fresh water source, you got brim, baby. You ain't never not going to be without brim. Brim is one of the first fish I ever started learning to catch. You just use worm. You can use crickets. They fun. This time of year right here, they in shallow water. If you live near a pond, if you live near a lake, brim is everywhere in fresh water, baby. You can catch brim all day long. And in Phoenix, Arizona, yes, you do have brim. And some people don't call them brim. Some people call them bluegill, perch. But you got them everywhere. If there's a body of fresh water, there's brim in it, baby. Trust me. I ain't never seen a body of fresh water that was natural where there was not brim in it. But Alicia said, are you going to batter those? Yeah, I'm gonna batter them. I'm gonna batter them in the same meal I put these fish in. Look at that, y'all. Lord. And that tail gonna be crunchy with some hot sauce. Lord. This be the saucy sandwich any day. Y'all see that? Now, some of y'all ain't never ate brim, but let me tell you something. If you ever eat it, because you can't buy this in the store, you got to catch this, baby. This is what you call a sport fish. That's the thing about fish. You know, they made fishing a sport. So you got bass. Bass is a sport fish. I don't think bluegill is a sport fish. But you can't buy this. You cannot buy brim. But you have to catch this. And it's pure white meat, y'all. It's very good. When he said we call them bluegill, yeah, some people call them bluegill. Sean said, okay, bluegill. Yes, they are so good. Yes, bluegill. When I said bluegill, some of y'all came to life. Y'all like, oh, yeah, that's what we call it, bluegill. Lula said, I like them crunchy. Yep, that's it. Somebody said, you left a fish in the bowl. I know it because I was only going to cook 4. I had 1 in the bag and didn't realize it. So I cooked mine just a little bit longer because I like mine real crispy. That's good right there. Lord. That's done, baby. I gotta change my grease up after this because you know I cook it in. I use that grease over and over about 3 or 4 times. But I think this might be the last time I use it. But that's fried bluegill, baby. And of course, when you see me fry bluegill, and then like some slap your mama. You gotta put that slap your mama on there. And we're gonna set that to the side. We're gonna let this marinate because I'm gonna cook me some fried green tomatoes next. That's what's going down next, y'all. So give Big Lo a minute, cause I don't want my fish to get cold. But these tomatoes ain't gonna take long, trust me. These tomatoes ain't gonna take long at all. Let me get this in a stand. All right, so we got our green tomatoes right here. We're gonna get our bag. And this is the same thing I put the fish in. I got seasoning and everything here. Some of y'all say, ooh, that's nasty putting green tomatoes in fish. No, it ain't. That oil gonna get them dead, baby. Trust me. We're gonna put all these in this bag. We're gonna drop them in this grease. You can do this. When you frying green tomatoes, you got fish because you put them in meals. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna shake all that up. Get all that on there. We're gonna drop these in some grease, baby. All right, y'all. Let's get these in this grease right here. Fried green tomatoes. It is springtime. Summer is this week. Look at that, y'all. Lord have mercy. Drop them in some grease. Look at that. Big Lo gonna eat good this morning, baby. And when they float, they done. Just like fish. And this is one whole tomato. I just picked it out of my garden, y'all. Lord have mercy. That's it. We're gonna let them tomatoes just Christy gonna be like, ooh, I need to go get me one. That's what she doing. She sitting over there waiting on these to get done. I know what Christy doing. She waiting on them to get done. She gonna be like, ooh, I need to go get me one. She ain't getting no more of my tomatoes, y'all. Lisa Gibbs said, love fried green tomatoes. I know it with some cornbread and some beans, child. Some greens, some salt. You see how they just floating around there? That's the best way to fry them, just deep fry them like that, man. Let them float around in there. Lord, I'm just doing the most. Let me get my glasses on and I read some of y'all comments. Joanne said she can eat some of yours. Yeah, she can. I ain't mad at her. But here's the thing about Chris. That's what she waiting on. She waiting on me to get these done. Then she gonna be like, she gonna be wanting something tonight. That's what she gonna do. That's what she gonna be doing.
I ain't.
She gonna see me eat these this morning, and then about 6 o'clock she gonna be like, "Can I have some of your tomatoes?" That's why I'm going to the farmer's market, and I'm gonna pick her some up.
Oh, Bobby, son.
No, yeah, I am, because I know what you finna do. I already know you. Thank you for the stars, Mrs. Mary Gibson. We appreciate it. Holly Bush said, I love them. I know that's right. What's up, Shamika Carey? Sarah Davis said, my aunt used make green tomatoes. Ketchup goes in beans. Ketchup go in white beans. Christy put ketchup in brown beans. She put ketchup in brown beans.
That sounds so good.
Ray Palmer said, what do they taste like? Anything like fried squash? Yeah, I like fried squash. Similar.
It's very similar.
It's very similar, yeah. Brenda said that was a big tomato. I got that out of my garden, man. That ain't the biggest one out there. They ain't even start turning red yet. They gonna be some huge.
Anything from Walmart, sir?
No, not really. Okay. Winter said you should do fried celery. I have never ever eaten fried celery.
Heard of that?
I never heard of fried celery, y'all.
That's different.
I have never heard that's something different. I don't know if I want to try it either.
You're so silly.
I don't want to try everything people say. You should eat fried celery. You got to watch what some folks tell you.
What's on my menu for tomorrow?
I don't know. Let me get these. Hold on for me. Let me get these. Lord, look at them green tomatoes. Look at that, y'all. Green tomatoes. They're going to be good. Tracy Frank said, I love fried coconut. Oh, Lord.
I ain't never heard of that.
Some of y'all like fried ice cream. I saw a video last. Huh?
It's a thing.
Fried ice cream is a thing. Roll them up in some cornflakes. I ain't trying to do that. Y'all ever seen them jokers on TV? They be frying ice cream. You take you some cornflakes and beat them up. And then you take some ice cream and you freeze it and you make a ball out of it and you deep fry it. And that right there is a straight ticket to the fruit home, baby.
Hey, take a peek at Wednesday for me, please.
Take a peek at Wednesday. You have meatloaf.
Okay.
You got the meatloaf menu down.
Okay.
Shallow Smith said, you taking me back. Taking you back where? I'm taking you back to when you was young and your grandma. Look, I'm taking you back to when your grandma and them ate fresh. See, y'all don't let America think y'all Subway ain't fresh, baby. Then don't get me wrong, it's fresher than anything else you eat out there, but you eat fresh. Now, this is eating fresh. Subway ain't fresh. All them tomatoes and all that stuff y'all got and all that stuff is days and weeks old. It ain't nothing fresh about it. That damn tomato just come off the vine. That's fresh. Don't let these commercials make y'all think Subway fresh. Ain't nothing fresh about Subway. It's better than the alternative. Don't get me wrong. But that's damn fresh right there, baby. That's damn fresh. Now, frying ain't the best thing to do about it. You know, I don't advocate eating fried food, but it's better than that damn McDonald's stuff you be eating, baby. Trust me. Fried green tomato. Geraldine King said Mexican. I missed that one. She talking about the Mexican. Yes, I am gonna put some. I'm gonna put some of that slap your mama on the tomatoes too. We're gonna eat Cajun tomatoes, baby. Yeah. Look at that, baby. I wish Christy would eat some of that with me. Let me unplug all this stuff here. Then we gonna. I told him I wish you would eat some of that with me. Let me get my hot sauce on the table. Lord, ain't nothing like some hot sauce. Somebody said I'm taking them back. I'm taking you back to when your grandmama was living. That's what I'm doing, ain't it? And then look, y'all talking about fried squash. Look, straight out the garden, baby. Look, I picked that. I would fry some of that, but I'm gonna do that too. I might do some of that tomorrow morning. That's fresh squash. I just picked that yesterday. I'm gonna fry some of that up too. And what I'm about to do right now, I'm about to peel me some of this darn cucumber. Cause that's gonna be fire. Oh, Lord have mercy. I went on tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm having a time with this damn. My coffee done got cold. Let me get this cucumber over here, y'all. My mic coming off.
Bless you. Do you need me, sir?
Cucumber. Let's peel it. We got to peel some cucumber. Now, usually I don't peel cucumber. I'm going to peel this cucumber. Because I love a cucumber. I love some. And this just come out of the garden yesterday. Tobias picked these yesterday out of the garden. I'm going to put these on some ranch. And that's going to be my breakfast, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all talk to Christy for a minute because she over here.
I can get my Walmart order together.
Christy trying to get a Walmart order together, y'all. Look at that, baby. That's fresh cucumber. Breakfast of champions, baby. That's what we gonna do this morning. Let me get me a plate here. Put that on that plate and spread that down. Y'all see that? We're gonna put a little salt on there. A little pepper. There we go. We're gonna get us some ranch dressing. That's gonna be good with it. Let's come over here, man. Let's make this plate. How about it?
I'm gonna have a hell of a plate.
Huh?
If I have a hell of a plate.
Christy said I'm finna have a hell of a plate. Hell yeah, I'm finna have a plate. I got my cucumber. I'm gonna take me some of that good fresh fried tomato. Yeah, baby. Take me a brim.
Or two.
We're gonna take us some
ranch.
We're gonna take us some ranch and we're gonna spread across these cucumbers, baby. Lord have mercy. Woo-wee! This is an old country breakfast right here, baby. We're gonna throw some hot sauce on there.
Lord. What a combination.
Ain't that a combination, y'all? Ain't that a combination for your breakfast? What kind of breakfast is that, y'all? Look at that. Huh? That's about country as you can get, ain't it, y'all? Look at that. Lord have mercy. I don't need no bread.
You need no bread.
I don't need no bread, baby. Let me tilt this thing up a little bit. Hey, I don't need no bread. What you doing? Look at Chris. What you doing? What you doing? You gonna eat my tomatoes? That's what you doing.
You know you wasn't gonna get away with that.
I know. That's why I cooked the whole one, because I'm not gonna eat the whole one.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your mic? You done put your mic down?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
See, I told y'all what she gonna do with them damn tomatoes. Didn't I tell y'all what she gonna do?
I was trying to slip with you.
She gonna steal my damn tomatoes. I knew she gonna do that. Somebody said look good. Don't they look good? I know that now. I know that ain't the typical breakfast that you would eat, but that's cucumber. Those are fresh cucumber. They raw cucumber. You know, sometimes you gotta eat raw vegetables. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Raw vegetables. Now, the tomato is fried. Some of y'all say, well, that's too much fried food. Well, hey, baby, let me tell you something. I'm gonna get the vitamins out of that fish. That's protein. That's fiber. That's it right there. That's all I need, baby. And then I won't eat no more till tonight, and that'll be all I need. So we're gonna say our grace over this. Lord, thank you for this food that I'm about to eat for the nourishment of my body. In our Lord Savior Jesus' name, I pray, amen. And I gotta get me a fork. Give me a minute.
Oh yeah, you ain't had no fork. So yeah. Hi, how y'all doing? Why you put the camera over on me?
Because they gotta look at something while I go get me a fork.
Who said that was a typical breakfast for them? I think that was Juanita Turner that said that.
Huh?
Juanita Turner said that was a typical breakfast for her.
Is it?
That's what she said. So that was a typical breakfast for her.
That's a typical breakfast. Some people, that's all they eat.
You got it looking mighty good over there, sir.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how this tastes, y'all.
Chifa.
That's a beautiful cucumber.
You've been loving them cucumbers for the last couple of
I do. I love cucumbers, man. They good. You dogging them tomatoes out, ain't you, baby? Look at that. Fried green tomatoes, baby. Lord have mercy.
Tobias stay over there.
So what?
So Tobias don't need to come over here just yet.
You don't need to come over here. Why
Let
not?
him be fighting over tomato.
Y'all gonna be fighting over my tomatoes.
He loves fried green tomato too.
Off the back like fried green tomatoes too. Now I'm gonna get down with my hands.
I ate 2 of them. I'm good.
It's fresh white meat, baby.
That's yummy. Did your sister try the tails after you told her about it? I said, I wonder if your sister tried the tails after you told her about doing it.
I don't know. I ain't talked to her yet.
I hope she did.
Yeah, this is so good.
Like it.
Sometimes I want some of that stuff. I know it. Better than McDonald's.
I don't know about that one now.
You don't know about that one. All that. Now you got little bones in there, but you can pick them out easy. Just straight white meat, man. Look at that. What's that? Nothing like fresh brim, baby. Look at that fresh. That's fresh white meat. No bones. That's good. That thing about eating brim, you're gonna pull some bones out of it, baby. Look at that.
Yeah, I made a mistake of pulling a piece out. I got bones. I'm done. I tried it.
Hey, what, Christy?
I said that's what I get for trying to get a piece while ago, and all I got was bones.
Oh, did you try to bring them?
I did. I took a piece of it. All I got was bones. I'm done.
You done now?
I'm done. Got all them bones. I'm done.
Ain't no bunch of bones. You just don't.
Whatever. I just had a mouthful of bones.
Well, you gotta pick the bones out of it.
I took that little piece right there out the corner, and all I got was bones.
You gotta take the bones out of it.
I did.
You just gotta know how to eat brim.
Well, apparently I don't know how.
No, you don't know how to eat.
So
you see how I'm eating it? I'm not having no problem.
whatever. I just know it's got a lot of bones in it.
Christy wasn't raised up eating stuff like this.
I wouldn't.
This is something you gotta know how to eat.
I guess I do.
I done been eating brim long enough where I know how to pick it apart. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about if you're old school.
Like that.
Yeah. You just pick it apart, baby. That's all you're doing. You take the brim. Look, see, if you learn how to eat it, look. The main thing about a brim, it got skeleton in it. Take that main skeleton in it. And when you do, you eat it with your hand. You just kind of, before you put a piece in your mouth, just kind of squeeze it and you'll see bone. And then sometimes you get a bone in your mouth, you can feel it with your tongue, just pull it out your mouth. But see, just like this right here, I can take this whole piece. And once I start breaking it down, let me show you something. Once you start breaking it down, you'll see that skeleton in there. You see that? I can take that whole skeleton out of there. Y'all see that? I just take that out. Then after that, you got a few pieces. Now you pull that backside out. That's all meat. See? You just got to know how to pick it apart, baby. That's all. And that skin is crispy and it'll be good. You know, you season it how you want to.
That takes bone.
Well, you're just not used to eating it. That's all.
Y'all know how I feel about it if I got to. If I got to put effort in eating my food out.
But the thing about it is it good meat, though? That's the thing about it. It's good, though. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I've tasted it before and it's good. It's just, I just too much work.
It's a white.
If I can't just put it in my mouth, I don't want it.
That's a white fish and it's good.
The table can be wiped off. Who said that? Some people aren't no damn sense.
Somebody said the table need to be wiped off.
Said it was nasty putting your bones on the table. You wiped the table off.
You nasty because you didn't wipe your butt good this morning. I ain't saying nothing about that though, did I? This is my table, baby. I think somebody mad because they ugly. When people start picking you apart about stupid stuff, they usually mad at themselves. I mean, your table nasty.
I mean, but it's a table you can.
And then you come in there half they bathtub nasty.
You can easily wipe the table off.
She probably got a ring around her bathtub right now.
I don't understand. They're so picky.
Probably got mold in the damn toilet. People get on here and you know, we got new followers come on, you know, but some of them just crazy. Some of them they mad at their wives, they mad at their husband. Ain't nothing going right for them. So if they wasn't on here doing it, they'd be over Sally's doing it. They'd be over the Greens doing it. They'd be somewhere doing it. You know, it don't matter. It ain't nothing personal to me. Sometimes you gotta look at somebody and say, "You okay?" That's what I do when people talk. Is you okay? Listen to them talk stupid to you, be like, "Is you okay?" Because you know when people sick, they need a doctor. It's like you see somebody in public having a seizure. You gotta help them. And some of these people on here, they got mental problems. So you can tell by their conversation. So when they come over here and they start nitpicking with you, just look at them and say, "You okay? You need me to call an ambulance for you?" One thing we can't do is we can't help ugly, baby. Y'all remember we telling y'all about last night? You can't do nothing about ugly. Some of them so ugly, they walk by the damn bathroom, damn commode flush. You see somebody so ugly like that?
Stop it. Don't you start. It's too early.
Some of y'all water bill high, and y'all don't know why. My water bill $300. Your water bill high because you keep walking by the damn bathroom and the commode flush, and you don't realize it. Junior gonna tell you. Y'all know Junior. Everybody got somebody named Junior living in that house. Y'all know Junior. He about 27-year-old. He look like he 12. He got short arms. He can't read, but he can put a Rubik's Cube together in about 15 seconds. You give him one. That's Junior. He been telling you for 6 months, "Mama, every time a Ray Mail walk by the commode, the flush." Y'all think he crazy. Y'all keep giving him that damn Rubik's Cube. It's broke up. Look at Junior. Put that Rubik's Cube together. Can't read, can't tell time, but he can put a Rubik's Cube together. He got short arms. He been telling y'all Ray Mail making a commode flush. Y'all think he crazy. Look, the damn water be a high. Y'all better look. Put Ray Mail out and you will live better. Ray Mail running around here ugly. She flushing the commode every time she walk by the damn bathroom. He come in and told you, Mama, I told you every time she walk by the bathroom, the commode flush. Y'all start noticing it. Ray Mail, you got to go. What I do? What wrong? You keep making the commode flush. You need to stop walking by the bathroom. That's what ugly folk do. Ugly folk cost you money. Some of y'all got kids that's ugly. They cost y'all a lot of money when they was growing up because teachers call you, hey, you need to come down here and get your son. Why? You at work. You working. You don't need to miss no work. Your light bill high, water bill high.
I guess I ate the whole piece.
Junior ugly. He down there having to fight for himself because everybody called him ugly. Junior, you ugly. He down there fighting. We got to suspend Junior now. You got to take 3 days off work. See, ugly people cost you money. Ray Mail cost you money. Junior costing you money. Get rid of ugly people. And if you ugly, don't mess with nobody else ugly because y'all going to have ugly children. And y'all going to be broke because ugly people cost money.
I need you to stop, sir.
They don't want to go nowhere. You got to get babysitters for them. Don't nobody want to babysit them. Come over here and get your ugly child.
I ate a whole piece.
You did?
I ate a whole piece.
Christy ate a whole brim, y'all. Can you believe it?
Because I'm hungry.
She ate a whole brim, y'all. Christy ate a whole brim.
I did. Ain't nothing but bones left. See? That's because I'm hungry.
Ain't nothing but bones and residue left. I can't believe you ate that. You ate that damn brim.
I ate a whole brim and 3.
And what's bad about it, she ate my damn tomatoes too.
I sure did. I ate 3 of them.
Lord, I can't eat my tomatoes.
You shouldn't have fried them. You know better.
Now tonight she gonna be frying green damn tomato.
I ain't having taco.
Somebody said, did you eat it? Did you eat it? She ate the whole brim, y'all. I can't believe it. She had to be hungry. That's the first time ever. I've been catching brim for 25 years. I ain't never seen her eat a brim.
It looked good and it smelled good, so hey, why not?
Was it good?
It was good. I ate it.
Well, damn it, boy. Now I'm gonna have to go fishing tonight, damn it. Every time I cook brim, I thought I Lord have mercy. Now she making me work harder, damn it.
You gotta feed me.
How I am feeding you? I'm trying to feed you now.
He gotta feed me. It ain't funny, y'all. He gotta feed me. I told him he gotta feed me. He gotta feed me. Let's see what we're eating. We eating brim and fried green tomatoes, and he had. I was hungry, Dorothy. He had some.
Eat the other one.
No, I'm good because it took too long to eat that.
Y'all see that? Ain't nothing but bones and residue left, damn it.
Excuse me.
Christy ate a damn brim. I can't believe it, boy. Something going on today.
Oh, hungry. Hey, Lucille, how you doing?
You had to be hungry to eat that damn brim.
I was hungry.
Lord have mercy.
I did. I was hungry.
I'm gonna eat the. You want that last tomato?
No, you can have the last.
You
tomato.
sure?
That's
You better
yours.
make 8.
You can have the last tomato. You cooked it. You can have it.
I get the last tomato, damn it.
And stuck the whole thing in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still hungry though, so I gotta eat something else.
It's another brim right here.
That ain't good enough. I need some sustenance.
I tell you what, I'm looking food.
Evelyn said I did good. I did. It was good. Hey, Shmeggy Carrie, how you doing? It was good. It was sitting here in front of me looking all tasty. I was like, well, I'll pinch. Y'all heard me say I pinched that first piece off. Hey, Marietta James. I pinched that first piece off. I got all the daggone bones. I was kind of deterred, but it tasted good. So I mean, it ain't like I ain't never ate.
Y'all who think I'm nasty.
It ain't like I ain't never ate fish with bones, because I have. I mean, I've eaten catfish with bones. I have. I just prefer not to. I prefer not to because it's just easier to eat it while it's filleted. That's all. Thank you for cleaning the table off, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, that's Y'all naysayers, my husband always clean up. Thank you. He clean up behind himself and everybody else.
You know I can't stand no nasty.
He can't stand nothing to be nasty.
I can be nasty for a minute while I'm eating. After I get through eating, I got to clean that mess up.
That's to clean up. That's it. That's just what we do, though.
You're right.
What did I dream? I had a weird dream last night. I've been having I don't know what's going on. I've been having weird dreams here lately. Night before last, I dreamed about Alyssa. I dreamed Alyssa walked in the bedroom with her earbuds in her hand. She was like this. Mom.
You dreamed it?
I did. I dreamed she walked in the bedroom with the earbuds in her hand. She said, Mom, I don't know what's going on. She had one earbud in. She had her case in her hand. My earbuds, I got a missing earbud. And I was like, well, go find it. And she was like, well, I don't know what to do.
Real.
No, it wasn't real because I asked her because it felt real. Because I asked her yesterday, I said, did you come in my room and ask me about your earbuds? And she was like, no, ma'am. I said, well, I sure dreamed that you did. And it's just weird. It was just that, and I dreamed all night. But out of all the dreams, that's the only thing I dreamed about. Like, that's the only thing I can remember is what I mean to say. Then last night, I dreamed about my dad's sister, the one that just passed.
Right.
It was weird, but it wasn't about her. It was about being at her home in Illinois. But it wasn't her home because I remember what her house looks like. We was at a house that was supposedly her house. And her son was there. One of her sons was there. She's got 6 sons. One of her sons was there. And it was like all these different people were there. It was really strange. It was very strange. But I don't know. It just, dreams sometimes, I always try to make sense of what dreams mean sometimes. Because in the dream, even though I was, like I said, it wasn't her house that I remember as a kid. Because she still lived in the same home when she passed away. It was still the same home. What I saw was, what made me know it was her home was, of course, like I said, one of her sons was there. And then for whatever reason, there were, it was like I could remember seeing pictures of her in the house. And, it was like this one corner where she, quote unquote, supposedly put her Christmas tree. And I was like, oh, that was the place where she always put her Christmas tree. It was really strange. I guess it's not one of those I'm supposed to make sense of, but it was just strange. And I've been having weird dreams like that for the last 4 or 5 nights. And that was weird.
Well, the reason why you having dreams, I believe, because you time travel. See, some people don't believe in time travel. I ain't gonna say time travel.
I don't know. It was just weird.
How many of y'all believe that your soul
weird dreams.
travels at nighttime? How many of y'all believe that? Now, this gonna get out of, I know some of y'all Christians be like, that's just devil. Let me tell you something.
Are you finna go left, sir?
I'm not going left.
Oh, okay.
I'm just speaking for real. This is how I feel. It ain't about me going left. Everybody don't believe me in nothing I say, and some people don't believe, it's just my opinion. But I believe, that's something on my eye. I believe that I believe this might go against anything you ever studied religiously, scientifically, because it's just one of them things. See, Gloria Harris said, I do. How many of y'all believe that? See, this is stuff that people don't talk about because we're so used to, and I said time travel. I'm not going to say that. That sounds like something that come out of Wi-Fi. So I'm not going to say time travel. Sci-fi, not Wi-Fi. But I do believe that our soul, our energy, whatever you want to call it, I believe that when we go to sleep, I believe our soul travels. And when I was young, how many of y'all remember when y'all was young? Or some of y'all may do it now. They call them, you remember when you used to go to sleep and you used to wake up, you was froze? How many of y'all remember that? You remember that?
Oh, yeah, I used to do that. I still do it. Every once in a while. It's when, you feel like the way I can describe it as a kid, and it's only happened as an adult, maybe 1 or 2 times, where when you're asleep and you're laying there and you feel like you're so sunken into the pillow and the mattress, and you open your eyes. You think you opened your eyes. I can't say that I did or if it was part of the dream, but you feel like somebody like there's this weight on your body, and you feel like, okay, I can't move.
Sleep paralysis. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Move. Yeah, that was as a kid. That was really scary.
And see, the thing about it is, when you go to sleep, you wake up and it's like you awoke, but it's like you can't move, you paralyzed. And see, I do believe that our souls venture, because you got to think about it.
You always said that.
When you go to sleep, you as close to death as you can get. You know what I'm saying? That sleep and death are like first cousins. You know what I mean? And so when you go to sleep, your heart rate slows down, your brain activity slows down, everything slows down. You can't feel pain. You don't hear. You don't smell anything. So I believe that our soul does escape our bodies. Now where it goes, I don't know. I have no clue. But that's just what I'm thinking. Because I'm one of those people that, if it's not in the Bible, a lot of people just think it don't exist. But God didn't have to put everything in scripture that doesn't make sense to you. Just like dinosaurs, there is a fact that dinosaurs walked the earth. Do you hear dinosaurs in the Bible? Yeah, probably in some kind of way, form, or fashion. But God doesn't have to reveal everything about everything. He just gave you enough for your salvation. But God he can make a lot of things happen that don't make sense to you, because that's God. He makes everything happen. And so just because you don't read about it in the Bible don't mean it don't happen. And I just believe that, just like people talk about psychics, now in the religious world, that's called witchcraft. Whenever you go talk to somebody about the future, preachers and ministers will tell you, don't you go to people like that. But how can you literally say that there is not people who can't have some kind of broadening into the future? You cannot say that. And just because they are, and just because they're evil people, doesn't mean that it's not real, because there's good and bad in everything. There's good preachers, there's bad preachers, there's good wives, there's bad wives, there's bad in everything. So when it comes to stuff like what you might call magic, there's good and there's bad. Because if you look at Christianity and you look at anything Jesus does, it's no different. If you think about what magic really is, Jesus performed magic, but there's people who can use magic in a bad way, because Jesus woke people up from the dead. That's magic. When Moses when they split, that's magic. Splitting the Red Sea, turning a staff into a snake, that's magic, baby. It's just how you perceive it. But there's other cultures who may have magic too. Because I do believe that when you born, I'm finna start. This is morning chat with Big Lo, so let me have my minute. I do believe that there's people who are born, and I think we all have the ability to what you call feel other things that's outside of this earth. Because I look at it like a radio station. Think about a radio station, and I want y'all to really think about this. When you traveling, back in the days when people listen to the radio and you going down the highway and you traveling to another state, where you run into a radio station, you turn a radio station on, it, and then all of a sudden, like you can hear, as you get closer to a city, you tune into a radio station, and then it get closer and closer. And then when you get in the city, you hear the radio station real loud and you listen to it. But as you get away from that tower, it starts to fade away. Well, before you was born, you were somewhere. Your soul existed somewhere. And so, how babies are when you listen to, how a baby, remember Tobias used to sit there and stare at the corner.
Yes.
And he talked.
And he used to talk. He used to stare at like if nobody was in the room, and he would, and I'm talking about, he was probably 8, 9 months old, and he would just he'd lay in his crib, or he would be sitting up. Like he'd wake up and he would set himself up, and he would just be, and then we could hear him on the baby monitor
talking.
And I would peek in there, and he would be looking like either straight up or in a corner. And it's like, and he would start laughing. You remember that?
Yeah.
He would laugh uncontrollably as if someone was tickling him.
Like he talking to somebody.
Like he was talking to somebody.
And a lot of y'all probably can remember y'all babies or any baby. Mm-hmm. They have imaginary friends. Because, when you born, you don't have any speech. You can't talk. But think about that radio station, like I was saying, and you came in. When you come from another source, I think babies have the ability to still be in touch with where they come from. and they can still hear those angels or whatever you want to call them, spirits, angels, guys. Hey, I don't have no description for them. I'm just telling you because I'm not trying to be religious about it. I'm just talking. I think that they do have some kind of communication from where they come from because they still connected, kind of like you trying to fade away from a city and you can still hear that radio station in the background fading out slowly. And as a child gets older, they become accustomed to earth and that goes away. You know, you stop hearing that radio station. But there are some people, I do believe, who stay connected. It's like you got a connection. How many of y'all got a radio station you can get in certain cars? There's certain cars, certain vehicles that you can turn the radio station on, and that radio station is 50 miles away, and it comes in clear as hell. But then you can get in some cars and you can be right in the city and be like, what's wrong with this radio station? What's wrong with this radio? The radio doesn't have a good antennas on it. You know what I'm saying? There are some people who are born with huge antennas. And when they get here, they can still have contact with people and things, entities, spirits from wherever they come from, wherever they exist. That's what we call psychics. Some people call them mediums. Because I do believe that. Because I have encountered that. You remember that, Christy? Christy can tell you I have encountered a medium.
In Memphis?
In Memphis, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I have encountered medium. I'm not talking about just stuff like you're going to be rich when you grow up or you're going to do that. I'm talking about being specific about something that they have no clue about. I have had that 2 or 3 times. Now, you may call it witchcraft. It don't matter what you call it, but it does exist. And so I believe that there are people who do have the ability to stay in contact with where they come from, whether it's God's source, whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to make it. Prophets. That's right. The Bible call them prophets. You know what I'm saying? So just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And so I don't understand it. Just like I don't understand all religion. I don't understand everything that the Bible says. But that's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about, man. George Bingham said, yes, I have that, Big Lo. Some people do. That's some of y'all right now who got intuition. You know, God speaks to all of us in some kind of way, form, or fashion. Spirit guides, whatever you want to call it. But there are some people that I think that just have a direct connection because they still got some strong antennas where they can still talk to things that's not here on earth. That's what I believe. Teresa Nolan said, I think you're right because I've seen and heard things as a child and times now. Hey, I used to see stuff when I was young. When I was probably 5 years old, I remember when I was young, I used to see an old lady that lived in the house. Me and my mama, I was raised up in the projects when I was young. My mama did. She was 18. She had a project. And I stayed with her and my young brother. And I used to wake up. And I remember, I told Christy about this. I used to see an old woman. And I used to see her at nighttime. When I would my mama would put me to bed at nighttime about 8 o'clock. Somewhere in the middle of the night, I would wake up. And I used to see this old lady. I remember, I can describe her right now. She had a beehive and she was older. She was like, looked like she might've been 80 something years old, but she kind of walked with a slump. She had a black nightgown on, but she kept her hair in a beehive. You know how older people, it was all gray. And I never did see her face. Every time I would see her in the kitchen because I could see the kitchen from my bed. And she would just be sitting in the chair and she would be sitting there like this. And I would tell my mama, and I thought it was somebody because my mama, she worked nights sometimes. She would work different shifts. And sometimes some people would come over and babysit us when she left. And I thought that's somebody that my mama had come babysit us. And I would just I would wake up like just open my eyes and I would see her. And I would glance at her and I would go back to sleep. So I asked my mom, I said, Mama, who is that lady in there? And she said, what lady? And it's in my baby book. Right now, it's in my baby book. She
wrote it in there that you were fixated about an old lady.
I was fixated.
And she said it was an imaginary, of course, in her mind.
It was an imaginary friend.
But yeah, she wrote it in his book.
I got a book in there from 1970s that my mom, you know those little baby books your mama write in? She wrote that. I can go read it to you. That I had an imaginary friend. She said it was imaginary, but to me, she was not imaginary. I told my mama about it. I said, who is that lady in there? And I can talk. I'm 52 right now. And I still to this day see her just as perfect as I can see Christy. I can tell you just like I described her. I described her when I was like 4 or 5 years old. But all of a sudden, I stopped seeing her. I never did see her again. And I keep that in the back of my mind. I'm thinking, who was that lady? Because she was just as real to me, and I was not dreaming. This ain't nothing I dreamed. This is something that I was perfectly awake of, and I'm 52, and I remember it just like it was yesterday. I told my mama about it. I don't know how long I had been talking about it, but she put it in my baby book that I said
she
that.
did.
So I'm one of those people who I truly believe I got an eye. Look at that stuff, baby. I gotta go back to the eye doctor.
Take your butt to the doctor.
Yeah, I do. I gotta go to the eye doctor. Y'all see that right there? I wear contacts and my eyes keep getting infected.
Yeah, because it's time for you to get your eyes
It's time for me to get my eyes checked. Y'all see that? I got pulse coming up in my eyes.
You gotta get your get your antibiotic drops.
Yeah, I do. I gotta give me some. So Skanja said my son is kind of similar to that Big Lo. I think that was his protector. I do believe
That's
that.
What
man.
I said too.
A protector, guardian angel.
Probably your guardian angel.
Yeah. Carmen Hampton said she was a guardian angel and she probably used to live there and was watching over you. Somebody said maybe it was a twofer. Hell, it might have been. I don't know. All I know is it was a woman and I described her to the T. T-Tay said you have a sixth sense. Hey, some people do. Because you know what? I tell you another story. And I told Christy about this. I had a great auntie, my grandmother's sister. This was probably, I don't know, I might have been about 14 years old. No, I might have been about 16. My grandmama used to live next to me. And I ain't told none of my family members this, but I told my mother this. Because you remember I told you how my mama used to have a sixth sense. She used to have dreams. My mama used to have dreams. Anybody in my family can tell you this from my mama's side. My mama used to have dreams. And here's what she would dream. She would dream, she would come and say, if I dream of somebody dead, like let's say she dreamed of somebody at a funeral, she dreamed she was at a funeral. If she dreamed that 3 times in a row, somebody in the family would die. She would never say nothing about it until she had the second dream, but they had to be in a row. And she would taste it. I had a dream for the second time that somebody died. And if I have another dream, and just about every time she did that, somebody would die in the family. That happened several times. Well, one night, my grandmother, she used to visit her sister. Her sister lived in the same town right here in Lexington. And she would go visit her all the time. Well, my grandmama called me on the phone because she had just left her sister's house. And she called me on the phone because they used to talk every night. She called me. She said, hey, Lo, I'm trying to get hold to my sister and I can't get hold to her. Could you call and see what's going on? And it was probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 o'clock at night. My mama was at home with me. So I called and nobody answered the phone. And of course, I called her back. I said, well, I couldn't get an answer. Well, I was in school, so I ended up going to bed, probably about an hour later. Well, I can remember probably around 12 o'clock at night, the phone rung and my mama answered it. But right before my mama answered the phone, I was having a dream. I had a dream that my great auntie, she was sitting beside my bed. She was sitting on my bed. I had a twin bed and she touched my end of my feet and I woke up and she said, it's going to be okay. Take care of your grandmama. And right as I was dreaming that or whatever was going on, the phone rung. My mama picked it up. As soon as the phone rung, I woke up before my mama answered the phone. And the first thing that came to my mind, I said, oh, I ain't going to say my aunt's name. I said, she's dead. I raised up in the bed and I said, she's dead. About 5 seconds later, my mama answered the phone and she said, really? That was somebody calling her to say that her auntie had just died. They found her in her house dead. She had a heart attack. But I remember she was in my dream or she came to me minutes before that phone rung. She was telling me that. And so that's a sixth sense. And I think a lot of us have that kind of tuition.
Had that happen
I had it with Christy's brother. I did. I promise you I did.
Yeah. The morning, and I don't think we've told too many people.
I haven't told too many people about that.
The morning of the 4th of July. I remember it like it was yesterday. He was sitting over where the chair is sitting at right now. We had a different chair sitting in that exact spot. And he got up that morning and he'd been quiet that morning for whatever reason. And as we were getting ready to head out to my grandmother's house and stuff for the festivities, he stopped and he looked at me and he said, I don't want to scare you, but somebody in your, and he knew it, but he didn't tell me who he saw.
I did.
He saw my brother, but he didn't want to tell me that. He said somebody is gonna die in our family.
I told her.
He told me that. And
I told
the scariest thing when it happened.
I
you
promise
brought
y'all.
it back to my attention. Because, of course, when everything's happening, I'm not thinking about anything like that. So, of course, once, we got home a couple of days later after my brother had passed, and I'd kind of, got myself together. He was like, do you remember what I told you that morning? And I had to think about it. And we had the whole conversation about it. And I said, you know what? You did say that. And he said, well, I didn't want to tell you, but in the vision or whatever it was he had, he said, it was your brother.
Yeah. But I saw that. I woke up that morning. I had a strange feeling that whole day. I'm like,
all day.
Something is weird. I said, I don't know what's going on. This was that morning, the 4th of July.
It was weird that day because normally, y'all heard me talk about Lo is our cameraman. Always, every day, anytime. For whatever reason, he chose not to film or record or pictures that day because he engaged with us. Because, we always tell him, put the camera down and come join us. Come do things with us, put the camera down. And that was one of those days where when I say everybody at the house had a good day that day, everybody. We played tug of war. We did everything that day. So it was just really strange, but the
last picture that was took of him,
I took it.
Chrissy took it.
I took the last picture.
It was about an hour or so before he passed away.
Yep.
But I saw that morning. I said, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I saw his face, but I didn't want to say his name because I don't want to scare nobody, but I did. Yeah. And I've had that happen several times. I have been sitting around and somebody would just pop up in my head and I'll be like, I told Christy 2 or 3 times. I'm not going to say no name, but I would say, you know what, Christy, that person is going to die. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't even know why I'm thinking about them. And sure enough, had that ever happened, Christy?
Yep.
I have said that.
I think it's happened on 2 different
occasions. It has happened 2 times. I'll say somebody's name. I'm not talking about nobody in my family. I'm talking about somebody in the community.
It's just somebody in the community.
It's just something I was thinking. I'm like,
in his head.
This person going to be dead soon. And I'm like, why did I been thinking that? And sure enough, boom, somebody called me. He died. I'm like, man, that's weird, man. But my mama had that kind of sixth sense, and I don't know.
You said she did,
and I don't look at it as nothing strange. But some people, and that's why I'm telling y'all about this because I'm one of those who experienced that, and it's kind of weird to me because people who can do that, they don't think nothing about it. They don't think nothing about it. It's just something that's just who they are. But anyway, I'm going left, so I just thought, morning chat with Big Lo. Anything we live talk about anything. But listen, Nicole said I dreamed about grandmama's funeral 3 days before she passed away. You did? That's great. Wow. Anthony Ham said, good afternoon, Big Lo and Christy, happy Tuesday. Sheila Louise said, I saw my mother's gravesite before she died. Oh, yeah. You remember I told you about Tobias? Before Tobias was born.
Oh,
I told Christy how Tobias was going to look.
He did. Okay. So I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
So when I found out I was pregnant, and this was before we even knew what we were having. Yeah, I think we've told y'all the story of how hard it was for us to get pregnant and, how long it took us. But once I finally did get pregnant, I'll never forget it. He woke up one morning and he said, we're having a boy. And this was before we hadn't even went to the doctor for that appointment yet. We hadn't even had the gender reveal appointment yet. He said, we're having a little boy and I know exactly what he's going to look like. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I had a dream. He said, and it was clear as day. He said, my mama and this pretty little boy was on the beach.
It was on the beach. Yep, I remember.
Walking down the beach. He said, Christy, he gonna be a complexion kind of like yours. He got this nice little round head.
He gonna be bald.
He's gonna be bald headed with no hair. And he said he's the cutest little thing you ever did. And he described Tobias.
I described Tobias to the T.
He described because he said they were walking and his mom and the little boy turned around and looked at him.
They looked at
and
me.
went.
They did. They sure did.
It sent chills down my spine.
I remember
when
that.
I found out I was having a boy. Especially when I found out I was having a boy. I was like, okay, that's strange.
Well, that's a 50-50 chance
out,
anyway.
And I was like, okay, this little boy looks exactly the way he described our son.
And when I saw that vision, even now, Tobias is 19 years old, but I remember my mom, it's just like it happened. I seen my mama, she was walking down the beach, and I seen her from the back like I was standing here, and they was down here, and she was walking with him, and they didn't have no shoes on. The wind was blowing. It was in the middle of the day. They was right on the edge of the beach. They was walking. And I looked and I said, Mama. And she turned around And Tobias, in the dream, he was probably around,
like you said, it was about 3
or 4 years old.
Like you said it was about
but
3
when
or
he
4.
turned around and I seen him, he looked exactly like he did when he was 3 or 4 years old.
Sure did.
He had a bald head. He was the same complexion he is now. My mama turned around, she looked at me, she smiled, she waved, and I knew then. I said, "We having a boy, and here's how he looked."
Yep, that's
exactly how he came out. He looked just like it. Yep. And that picture, I got a picture on the wall. I'm gonna show y'all some. That's my mama's picture right here. I don't know if y'all can see that picture. That picture right there. That's a picture of my mother. I had made it. I had that at her funeral when we had our funeral. I made that up and I put those pictures in and I had it sitting beside the casket. Okay. Well, when Tobias was born, we took that picture and we put it in his room. Or I put a picture like that.
One picture.
I took one of those pictures and I put it beside his crib. Frame. He used to sit there and this is before he could talk, before he could walk.
I forgot about that. We had that.
He would sit there and stare at that picture and be talking to it in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night. Didn't he, Christy?
That's right. I forgot. I completely forgot. We took one of those pictures that you liked the best, and we took it to Walmart, and we had you edited it on the computer.
Yep, I showed it.
Guardian Angel.
Yeah, I had Guardian Angel.
Yeah, he had put Guardian Angel on the side of the picture, and we put it in a frame, and we put it right over his crib. And he did. He used to sit there and he used to talk.
He used to sit there and talk to that picture.
3 months old.
At 3 months old, he blah, blah, blah. He did it for months. And I told Christy, I said, that's mama. He's communicating with her.
And I think that's who had him laughing.
That's who had him laughing. He used to sit there and laugh.
He used to roll, man.
Sure did.
I mean, he would roll. I mean, I'm talking about belly laugh. And I'm like, what? I mean, we would hear him on the baby monitor. I'm like, what is he laughing at? And I mean, I'm talking
like somebody tickling him.
Like somebody was tickling him. And as soon as I walk in and he realized that, he'd stop.
He stopped.
Sure did.
So I think my mother was around his spirit and my mama's spirit was together
for whatever reason
before he come here. And I believe that. I don't care what you say about religion, about the Bible.
I believe their spirits were definitely.
God don't have to explain everything to you for you to understand it, but I do believe that happens. And that's why I believe in some form of afterlife. Away from what the Bible, what the scripture says, like I said, that's just me. You don't have to agree with it. But anyway, Lord, we're going to let y'all go, man. It's almost 1 o'clock. We appreciate y'all. You know, when Big Lo come on, we just talk. Christy here. She ate some damn brim today, y'all. I can't believe it. Damn it, boy. I still can't believe you ate no brim.
It was good. I said I was hungry. Leah Smith says she believes.
She believes.
I mean, you know, and I was the type of person before I met Lo. I was always on the fence with stuff like that. But every time something like that would happen with him, I was like, okay, maybe there is some truth to this, you know, to the afterlife and the connection between spirits and people. Because I mean, everything that he told you, I can attest for that, and that was real. Like the dream with Mariah, with Tobias, that freaked me out. I'm not going to lie to you, because I didn't think anything of it until I found out I was having a boy. And I was like, okay, well, there's a 50-50 chance he was right anyway. So, you know, I was one of those people. Then when he come out, and after he turned about 3 years old, and you referenced it, I'll never forget it. He said, he said, Christy, look at him. He said, think about what I said. Well, what do you mean? He said, you remember me telling you about my dream? He said, because he was walking across the room or doing something. He said, he looks just like, and I know I had an outfit on him, and you said it was similar.
That was the outfit he was wearing in that dream.
Very similar to the outfit that he was wearing in your dream, because it was what sparked it for you. You was like, where'd you get that shirt from? And I was like, Walmart. He was like, that looks exactly like what he had on in my dream. Mama, you remember the dream? And I was like, what dream? And he brought it back to my attention. And as he started talking, I remembered the way, and he started describing the way he was supposed to. And I was like, dang, okay, that is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was just one of those moments. So, you know, and then when it happened with my brother, that was one of those moments. So it's just, you know, I believe there are people out there in this world and that have what they call the sixth sense.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
But any damn way, y'all might think I'm damn crazy. I don't tell people stuff like that, because some people think you crazy when you start talking about, you know, there's people, oh, you just evil. Some people want to go They want to go. They want to put holy water on you when you get to talking like that. You know, especially down here in the South in Tennessee. This is the Bible Belt of the South.
Oh Lord!
And if you say anything that ain't in the Bible, you gonna catch holy hell from the majority of people. They won't be around you. They, you know, down here in the South, you start telling anything that ain't in the Bible. Hey, let's stay away from him, man. He gonna have us sent to hell. So they don't even. They don't even want to be around you. You know, he the devil. God said, separate yourself from him. You know, that's religious folks. So I don't deal with people like that, man. You know, if you don't, hey, get on about your business. I ain't gonna do it. I can't help it because what I say is what I believe. But that's where we live at in the South. This is the Bible Belt of the South.
Oh yeah.
And if you say anything against religion, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. If it ain't in the Bible and you ain't speaking it, damn it, get the hell away from me. We got to separate ourselves from you. You the devil. Bye-bye. If they can't get you baptized and get you in their church, they don't have nothing to do with you. But that's what it is, baby. Carter said, you are not crazy, Big Lo. That's real talk. That's real talk. Many people can attest to that, man. I'm not the only one that have those kind of weird things. There's a lot of people. But see, most people just don't say nothing about it because people, they tame you as something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You the Rain Man. You know, you Junior. You know, Junior, the one that could fix that damn Rubik's Cube in 6 minutes. He can't read. He can't tell time, but you give him a Rubik's Cube and he'll put it together and throw it to you. Like, what's wrong with that damn boy? He over there talking in the corner, you looking at him like he crazy. Hey, that's Junior. Some of the people is intelligent people, but you know, they just live in another dimension, man. There's some, you know, there's a lot of people that you then put off to the side. That's crazy. They walk around, you know, and talking off in the air and talking crazy. We don't mark them as crazy, but them is some of the most gifted people. Now, they might not be in this world. I think some people still trapped from where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And they just ain't got the basic means to live in harmony on earth because they still ain't left from where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And they still able to do that. So they just walk around here in a daze all the time. And you don't mark them off as damn crazy, son. But you know, there's people, and I tell Chris, I done told y'all this story many times. People who say they've been called to preach. You know, the Bible says in order for a man to be a preacher, he must be called. And I've had that experience. I've talked to a lot of preachers. And, you know, I told Christy when I was in our younger days, because, I mean, I told her I had been to church and I used to be in church a lot. And I had talked to my pastor who pastored me for 40 years. And he opened up his door. He said, man, if you ever want to preach in my church, I believe you. I had a man who'd been ordained for many years tell me he thought that I was ordained to preach. And I said, man, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't accept it. He said, yes, you have. He said, I'm going to tell you right now. And I have had some weird experiences when I told the Christy. I went through a time when I was, Christy can tell you. I went through a time where I thought I was going damn crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because
I thought you were going crazy. Bless your heart.
She thought I was going crazy. Because when the Lord, you know, when the Lord starts speaking to you,
start working on you, man.
You can't run from. You can run from thunderstorms. You might run from a tornado. You can run from anything you want. You might outrun a damn bear. But one thing you won't outrun is when the Lord starts talking to you. It ain't nowhere on earth. It ain't no rock you can get under. It ain't no cloud you can get under. It ain't nowhere you can hide when the Lord starts talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking to me, child. Now I couldn't run from it. I couldn't do nothing about it. I had to listen. But, you know, there are some people who have been put in crazy homes because they don't listen to the Lord. You know, because when the Lord got something for you and he try to put it on you, you either going to hear him or you going to go damn crazy. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I was going damn crazy. I thought I was going damn crazy. I went to my pastor. I said, Pastor, what's going on? I don't understand this. I ain't going to tell you what it was. But I was going through something. And I thought I was going crazy. I'm about to check myself in the mental asylum. He said, son, that's the Lord talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And so I had that tuition when I was a young boy. I used to go to my mom, and she also put this in my baby book, that I used to always ask her about God, that I was always talking about God and wanting to know who this person was. She put this in my baby book. I used to have crazy conversations.
I was very curious about God.
I was very curious. And I mean, I had a lot of experiences when I was young. And then to this day, I don't understand it. And so I just asked the Lord that if it's whatever he got for me, I'm 52, you know, I don't ever know where I'm going to be led to, but that's kind of what I mean. I'm just a person who tells the truth about who I am. I ain't got nothing to hide, you know, but I believe the Lord talks to me in some kind of reason, for whatever reason. Now, the fact that I might not tell you about it because I'm crazy, But I deal with two aunties.
Ah,
I'm one of them sons. You always
you ain't got no sense at all.
No, seriously, you always got somebody hard headed in the bunch. You got them children. you got 10 children, all of them good except for one. He a good one, but he ain't got good damn sense. That's me. That's me. I'm one of God's children who's sitting over the corner like I ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say. I can't wait till I get grown. I'm getting up out y'all. Soon as I turn 18, and you don't turn 18 with the Lord, baby. You got to stay. You don't turn 18 until you die. So that's me. I'm just hard headed. The Lord tried to tell me something, I ain't trying to hear it. I don't know what's it gonna turn into. I might end up being, like Michael Jackson. He was rich because Joe Jackson used to beat him. The Lord might have to beat me that I get rich. I don't know whatever.
Bless you.
I might die tomorrow night and I get to help you say, boy, you ain't worth a damn. I've been trying to talk to you for dollars. I don't know, damn it. But all I know is I ain't in the crazy house yet, damn it. And that's a good thing. Christy, she been trying to get me locked up since we met.
I have not. Tell lies on me. You have been ashamed yourself.
She been trying to get me locked up. My mama tried to get me locked up. Y'all remember that song? I'm locked up, won't let me out. You won't let me out. I'm locked up. That's real talk, baby. But y'all, we're gonna let y'all go. It don't tell how long I've been on. I gotta go get me a watermelon. I got a few things I did. Got some errands to run, so I don't know if Christy gonna come in. T. Hay said, you good people, Big Lo. I know I'm good people, man.
Let me try.
I'm Junior. I can put a Rubik's Cube together. Y'all ever seen Rain Man? You remember Rain Man?
Yeah, I remember Rain Man.
You remember Rain Man? Y'all remember Rain Man? Y'all remember Radio? You remember Radio? I used to call it Tobias Radio.
I know you call it Tobias Radio.
Radio. Y'all remember that movie Radio? I got to go look at that. Y'all remember Radio? That was a true story. Radio? Yeah, that's me. I'm Radio. My name is Radio.
Stop that.
But anyway, I'm gonna let Christy close the show, man, because I've been on too damn long. I can sit here talking to y'all all day. That's what I do, man. I am a real damn content creator. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I can sit here and talk to y'all all damn day. As long as y'all listen, I will sit here and talk to y'all. Kimberly said, yes, I have seen Rain Man. That's an old movie. There was some good movies. I know Radio, Rain Man, but both of those were true stories. Radio and Rain Man were. That was both good movies. Matter of fact, I need Tobias. He asked about it. I don't think Tobias ever seen that. Glenda said, I watched it a couple of months ago. Evelyn Harper said, Big Lo Radio is one of my favorite movies. I hadn't seen it in a while. I want to go back and look at it. Gloria Harris said, yes, my son has special abilities with dates. Hey, that's good. He's special.
Oh, I love that.
What?
She said he has special abilities with dates.
He had a special. What would dates mean? That means he
he could probably call off dates of things that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's,
okay.
I love that. That sounds awesome.
That's a good one. That's a good trait to have.
Yeah.
Somebody said now he's dead. Solo Shirt said he died now. The real Radio, he's dead because he was a real person.
Yeah, he was a real person.
He's dead. I didn't know he was dead. Carolyn Bell said, I'll vote. Yeah, y'all go vote. Favorite chef and still vote, man. Y'all still got 2 more days to go for this round is over. Tracy Atkins is on. She said, have a great day calling you, Christy. Tracy said she's going to call you today. Okay. And Lori Campbell said, God knows what he is doing. That's right. He don't have to reveal it to you. God don't have to reveal everything to you, man. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go. That's just like when you buy something and you get an owner's manual for it. Let's say a car. You buy a car. Every car has an owner's manual for it to tell you what size tires to put on it, how much air to put in the tires, what kind of oil to put in the engine. It gives you everything to keep that car going. You know what I'm saying? The maintenance in that car. But you think about Henry Ford. Henry Ford invented one of the car that came out back in the 1900s. Think about everything that Henry Ford had to do to make that car. All the trials, the tribulations that he done to make that car. You have no clue. The book that he wrote with that car, when he made his first car and he made an owner's manual for it, he just put enough in there for you to maintain that car the way he wanted you to maintain it. That's it. He didn't tell you all the blueprints. You ain't seen half of the stuff he done, all the failures and things that he did to make that car what it is today. You just see the final part of it. You see the part that he wants you to see. And that's the part that he wrote the manual for, how to keep it going. And that's anything you buy. I think God is the same way. He don't have to tell you by detail everything that he did to get you and me, or get man to the point of where we at now. He have some rough drafts that you won't never see. And it ain't nothing that he gonna tell no prophet or nobody. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything that God did is not gonna be written down. Just like everything Henry Ford did to a car ain't gonna be written down. You ain't gonna know all the things he did to that car. You just know the part you need to know. God don't gotta tell you everything he did and everything he do and everything he intend on doing. You just know what he wants you to know. You understand what I'm saying? And so there are some things that we experience in this world that God ain't gonna tell you. Just like he had all the good things on earth. You know, everything that you think about, everything that's valuable on this earth is hidden. There's nothing that God put on this earth that's really, really valuable in the physical form that you ain't got to dig for. All the gold, all the diamonds, you know what I'm saying? Coal, everything that we use that we think is of most value, God hid it. He hid them Easter eggs and you had to dig for it. You got to dig for them diamonds. You got to dig for that gold. You got to dig for them coal. You got to dig for that gas. You got to dig for that oil. He put it there. And it's like that with information too, baby. Math is math. We didn't invent math. We just found it. 1 + 1 was 2 before they ever invented it. The wheel was round before they ever made it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. These are just Easter eggs put on earth for us to find. And guess what? In the future, there's going to be more. We still dumb as hell. There's so much stuff on this earth that man have not figured out. And you may never figure it out. Just like 150 years ago, we didn't have telescopes. We didn't have cars. We didn't have airplanes. We didn't have a lot of stuff that we got now 200 years ago. Why? Because man just figured it out. Hell, and it's a lot more we're gonna figure out. All you gotta do is keep waking up in the morning. That's all you gotta do. We get smarter and smarter, and it's not that we get smarter and smarter. We finding out more things, and God is revealing more stuff to us today than ever before. That's it. And it's a lot more that you're gonna find. And it might not be here on this earth. You understand what I'm saying? You know, there's galaxies, there's planets, just like in school. You know, everything that, God said he made us in his image. And when he said he made us in his image, it ain't just how you look. Image is everything, how you think, how you structure things. And if you look at how man structures this earth, everything is done in the coordinates. You got from A to Z. When you start school, you go from first, second, third, fourth, fifth. We do everything in the order. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just our mind frame. You know, you go to school, you get a degree, you go from an associate degree to a bachelor's degree to a master's degree to a doctorate degree. We do everything in order because that's how God built us. He built us in his image. So therefore, if he built us in his image, why do you think he didn't do the same thing with what he has now? Just like you look at this earth, you got this whole galaxy, you got the sun, you got all these planets around it. And this is one galaxy. And then you go to another galaxy. It's the same way. You go to another galaxy and there's thousands and thousands of galaxies out there. You have no clue the Easter eggs that God put in there. Just like when you in the first grade, you have no clue what 12th grade looked like, right? When you was born and you went to kindergarten, your mind couldn't imagine graduating from high school. When you was in the 6th grade, your brain couldn't imagine graduating from college. When you graduated college, your brain couldn't master the fact that you might get old one day and die. You just have to keep waking up. And in the spiritual world, you got to keep waking up too. This is Earth 101, baby. That's where we at. Just like when you was in first grade, you was in first grade. And then you had subcategories under that. You had science, you had English, you had math, you had all this stuff. Everything is broken down in order. God is the same way. Right now, you stuck right here on Earth 101. And you know what Earth 101 is? Love, baby. That's what it is. The whole purpose for you being right here right now is to learn how to damn love. Because whether you go with it from the Bible or not, it's love, baby. Treat your man with respect. Treat your neighbor. Everything that God speaks to you about is about love. Love. And until you learn how to love one another, you ain't going to the next grade. Just like if you don't learn everything in the first grade, you're going to fail it, you're going to be right back. And I ain't trying to say you're going to be reincarnated, but what I'm trying to tell you is you ain't going nowhere till you learn it, baby. So you might as well start loving somebody because that's where you at. You in love 101. That's where you at. What's the next chapter? I don't damn know. But God is love. And that's where you at. And he your teacher. And if you want to pass this class, you better learn to love, baby. And that's Big Lo. And I'm going to get out of here, baby. We'll see y'all later. I'm going to let Christy close the show. You got to close the show, baby.
I told you. Your show. Start closing.
You in it. When you in it, you close it. If you show your face, you got to close the show.
That ain't fair. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us for Morning Chat with Big Lo and Christy. We love you guys. Thank y'all for all of your love and support that you continue to show our family. We'll be back later on with Taco Tuesday doing the taco potatoes. We love you guys. Thank y'all for your likes, hearts, and stars that were sent. See you guys later. Have a good day. Love y'all.
Y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all later. Y'all take it easy. Big Lo signing off.